After college, I came and taught in Jefferson County 48 years. Finally retired. It feels good.
Don't rub it in.
I went graduated from high school in 72 or 62 from Sydney High School, Indiana. Anybody do chores this morning? What'd you do? Clean the dishes. This is my chores. Milk cows every morning and night. If the milker froze up, I did it by hand. Because then I see that's real chores. Okay, but cleaning dishes is important, especially for the next meal. What did I do?
I think you put one more at my.
Well,
Not the next one?
nope. I want to do that. No. I want to add to this one. I have more on this picture here.
Let me see if I click on this right here. Just go on.
Okay, I enlisted in March of '63. Went to Lackland Air Force Base, basic training, and came up to Lowry Air Force Base at Aurora. Had my tech school there. From there, I was stationed at MacDill Air Force Base in Tampa, Florida, and got down there in January of '64. In August of '64, in between, I had met a girl here in Denver, and we got married in August of '64. Well, there we go. And right after we got married, let's see out here. We'd been married about 8 months. Got on a C-130, went to Ubon, Thailand. And where was Ubon, Thailand? I have no idea. But this is what we flew on. Some of the guys say they flew commercial. That's not commercial. It's C-130. Took 3 trips across the Pacific Ocean. Took 3 days on each trip. Got island hopped going across the Pacific Ocean. The first trip, we were between Hickam Air Force Base, Hawaii, and Eniwetok. I never heard of Eniwetok. It's a little island out there in the middle of Marshall Islands. But navigator came back and said, "You guys are electricians?" Said, "Yes, sir." "Well, our navigation's out. Think you can fix it?" You do not want to be over the Pacific Ocean without navigation. So we did fix it. Then I came back to MacDill, August '65, and then right away they changed our orders. In between time, our sister wing had shipped to Vietnam permanently. We were great. We clapped our hands. We missed it because our sister wing went to Vietnam. 18 October 1965, I got orders, still got copies of it, transferring us to our sister wing. Now we're part of the 12th TAC Fighter Wing, stationed in Vietnam. And this is first class seats, and we did not have to pay extra for them. This is where I was in Thailand, Ubon right here, 135 during the day. And during the monsoon, 100% humidity. Miserable. It'd get down to about 85, 90 at night. Then I went to Cameron Bay in January of '66. I landed there 2nd of January with the 12th TAC Fighter Wing, 559th TAC Fighter Squadron. This is me in Thailand. And you see the hats we're wearing? These are Aussie hats. And mine's over there. My son got that for me, a replica of it. But that's what we wore there. We were the first Air Force squadron, F-4s, to be stationed in Southeast Asia. And on 10 July '65, 2 MiG came up to mess with us. They messed with us no more. We shot them down. That was our job. This is Cameron Bay.
What's a MiG?
What's that?
What's a MiG?
MiG is a Russian jet fighter that the North Koreans were used. They had MiG-15s, 17, 19s, and 21s. 21s were the mean ones. This is Cameron Bay. 20 miles up and down, 10 miles wide. This right here, yeah, I got to change that, Doug, because Cameron Village is right here. And it's huge. It's very big. This was the 12th Attack Fighter Wing headquarters. They got there in November of 65. I didn't get there until December of 66. And we're going way too fast. We'll go back. How did I skip so many of them? There we go. First day I got there, I went on a hilltop. That's the base down there. Those are not Hilton hotels. They're called tents. This is the 559th headquarters. And right here's 18 October, we were transferred. And this guy right here, Captain Roberts. Is it coming up? Well, anyway, Captain Roberts was one of the pilots that shot down one of the MiGs in Ubon, Thailand. This is home away from home. Foxholes. If rockets ever did come in, we'd dive into those. We did not have them inside that tent. We had them outside. And we had wood sidewalks because sand was about this deep. And you sink down in it. Hard to walk in. And we had 6 men in each tent. I keep hitting it too many times. Got to have chow hall next. There we go. This is chow hall. These are barrels with hot water in and soap, and then hot water only. You take your mess kit, stick it down in hot water soapy, clean it, go to the next one, rinse it. Now you got a hot plate for food. But if you eat, guess what? You have to have outhouses. Every day we would put jet fuel or gasoline in this, would burn them. Now, look at those barrels. Those are 55-gallon barrels. What do you think came in 55-gallon barrels? Agent Orange. And they didn't care where they used them. They just used them.
We'll be covering Agent Orange in a little while. Explain
Right.
to me what that is.
Well, Agent Orange is a herbicide that they sprayed over the jungles to kill all the foliage so the Viet Cong couldn't hide. And we've got the presentation on that a little later. This is F4C. We had these steel walls, 5 feet wide, 12 feet high, filled with sand. So if a rocket would come in, there was only 2 aircraft in there and only destroy 2 of them. On this one here, we got a Gatling gun. Unfortunately, we had no gun on this aircraft. I'd fire 6,000 rounds per minute. You would never fire that many a minute for it melt a barrel. Then we also had cluster bombs. And what is a cluster bomb? A cluster bomb is a bomb that when you drop it, it opens up about 100 feet high. 100 little bombs come out. And it'll wipe out anything living in a football field or bigger. Just kills everything. It's mean.
They're illegal now
Yes, it is.
in war.
I think accusing us of sending. I think Russia's accusing us of sending them to
The Russians are using
yeah,
them.
Ukraine.
U.S. is not using them.
Okay, napalm. This is a highly flammable, sticky jelly. And what we do there is when the troops would get pinned down, the Army and Marines get pinned down, would come in and drop napalm, and it would burn everything. If the fire didn't get you, it would take up all the oxygen, you'd suffocate. It was also some mean stuff. This is a radar. This is what we use to identify. Should be something down there at the bottom. Okay.
There it is.
Well, it didn't. That's not all of it. I tell you also in there, we had only 8 missiles on the aircraft. No gun. We had 4 Sparrows, which was radar controlled, and 4 Sidewinders. Let's see now. No, Sidewinders radar controlled. Sparrows are heat seekers, and they're great if the enemy is 5 miles away. But if they're in close dogfighting, they're no good. That's where you put a gun on the F-4D.
You about ready to wrap it, Bill? Doug's up.
What's that?
You about ready to wrap it?
I'm getting
Give
there.
Doug some time.
I'm getting there.
Okay.
Is this what you worked on, the radar?
That's what I worked on, yes. That's what I worked on. And it was complicated, but if we had parts, we could fix it. In Thailand, we didn't always have parts. I had to jury rig it to make it work. In fact, one day I put 25 hours in on one aircraft. Take time for meals and that's it. These are 2 aircraft coming back Cameron Bay after a mission. Usually it's in Cameron Bay, we usually flew missions over South Vietnam. In Thailand, it was over North Vietnam. So that was what we did over there. And I think that's it.